Welcome back, everyone. We're going to go over the incursion, and as you can read here on this little billboard in your item, we can read what Scopely says about it, and it says a new event, um, pit servers against servers. So we are fighting level 97, or system 97. Uh, Server 97, to be correct. And during the event, starting Monday, we can relocate over there and kind of check them out. They can come here and do that. Now, it is really for people 25 and above to jump over there and start attacking, or come to here and attack us. They said they will have special events for anybody that's at least 10 and above. So between 10 and 24, you guys will have your own events, and they'll run right alongside our regular events for everybody above 25. So how the shields, one of the biggest things we've got to worry about is shields. So if you're in any system above 20, your shields aren't going to work. So as of tomorrow, when this kicks off, or noon, or if you're watching it past then on Monday, when the incursion starts, your shields aren't going to work if you're in any system 20 or above. And then the shields will be back up after the incursion ends, of course. 10 minutes of shields will not activate it after the station is attacked. So normally when you attack a station, their shields go up for 10 minutes, and that gives them a little time to react and go, oh my God, I'm getting attacked, I better shield up, or I better get my stuff in order. That doesn't happen during an incursion. So immediately you can start draining their system, or they can start draining your station immediately with no delays. That also means every 2 hours, a 10-minute shield pops back up. That's not going to happen. You're just going to keep getting drained as long as they want to drain you. There's nothing automatic about it. Now, when you're in a system 19 and below, your shields will work as normal. So, if you're not attacking anybody and you got your shields up and they're going to last throughout the event, unless you do something to bring your shield down, you should be okay. At least your station will be okay. And that's where the big points come from these station events. You also lose some points or gain some points by attacking other players. Mining Monday is going to be crazy because you're going to have all these people coming in and hitting you. Now, if you think, oh, that's a row violation, well, row's pretty much out the window for the next 4 or 5 days. So just, if you don't want to participate in PvP and you're not one of the top, say, 25 players, top 50 players, or got a real huge ship, maybe you're 77th, but you've really concentrated on one ship and it's 40 million. You're probably going to be okay to go out there and start wrecking people. But you also have a lot of your other ships that are probably going to be very vulnerable. Your miners, stuff like that. And if you think you can hide in some of the bigger areas, well, that's possible. You can run over in a very remote corner, but you're not going to have any shields. Again, if you go to any system that's a 20 or above, your shields are gone instantly. So, invading servers, you can spend these incursion conduits to be able to invade the other server. Upon invading, you're going to have a special weird-looking kind of orange marker that says, hey, I don't belong here, I'm a bad guy, and you're going to have a big target on your head. Invading players can be spent normal location tokens in between systems for evading. So that works as normal. And then how the services are matched, that's something Scopely really cares. Now the winner is going to get these incursion trophies, incursion trophy, and it can be redeemed at the expansion score when for several limited cosmetics. So it's a cosmetic event according to this. Now also be known that your board cutting damage does not score in these incursions. Now, again, if you want to read this for yourself, it's on that little billboard right there in your own system, on your own station. You can see it right there in the middle, right there with um, that head right above your, right above the titanium warehouse. That little billboard, and you can read the same thing that I just read off to you. Now, here's some tricks. So let's look where we are right now. So right now, I have my area in one of the systems that we own as an alliance, right here. And all these are going to be just as if you're, even though there's not a number there beside your galaxy, you're going to have your shields dropped. So unless you go out here to somewhere that is level 19 or something like that, you're going to be vulnerable. So find an area where you can put your base, and at this point you want to shield up. Now, one of the things that will drop your shield is if you have the Mona B. Remember, when you go attack these Texan class items and you're the aggressor, meaning you're attacking them, it automatically drops your shields. So if you want to do anything on the Mona B in the next 4 days, you're going to have your shield dropped. And you're going to be vulnerable. Right now, I have, and you can see that you're really vulnerable if you have these resources. Up at the top right hand, you can see I have 10 billion that I can't use. Now, if you're Parasol or your other ones, you can go down here and get rid of those. You can either A, ask somebody to come attack you and lose those to be a nice guy for the take one for the alliance or for the server, and that way you can't get wrecked. Okay, but right now there's no way that I can use or donate the tritium there. I can donate the Parasol. I can donate that so it's not gone. So if you have excess and you want to drop shields in the next 4 days, you probably want to burn off or donate all these resources to your alliance. This helps your alliance. This helps your stats on donating. Okay? And it will prevent somebody, if your shields do drop, or you do something to make your shields drop, they're not going to get rewards for getting anything from your base. So as we donate here, donate this all off. That is one way to do it. The other thing is, again, if you're going to go out there, you have X amount of hours before the incursion events. It is 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So you have approximately 22 hours before this kicks off, and anything you want to do, like if I want to stock up on these events in to take on these Texas class, I want to do it now, while I still have that ability, or I need to ask one of these big alliances to come in here and, hey, can you do you want to take down this trillium? Or you can ask one of your teammates, hey, do you want to leave the alliance, attack me, take down my stuff, and it's there. Then they have it. But then they have to worry about having all that stuff and then dropping shields and getting attacked. But if you're going to be the one attacking other people, you got to know that you're going to be vulnerable with a big target on your head with that many resources. So either A, I'm going to basically have to be shielded and basically take the next 3 or 4 days off and kind of watch from bystanders, or I risk being a big target by the other alliance. So that's incursions. How much points you get for attacking each player and doing all that, that varies. But the biggest thing is getting your station hit. So protecting your station, getting these resources used up so you don't have a big stockpile that needs to be taken by the enemy. And again, if you're going to be the aggressor and going to the other enemy, you got to know there's always a bigger fish in sea, unless you are the big fish. Unless you're one of these big guys up at the top, you're probably going to be the one getting eaten somewhere along the way. Are you going to be able to chomp on some people? Sure. Yeah, you are. But again, how much are you giving up? If I go start chomping on people and I got those kind of numbers, I'm risking losing the whole incursion just because of one person leaving themselves open. Now, our alliance has done what we needed to do. We've looked through our group, and anybody that's kind of AFK, that's not playing, or maybe not going to be on this week between now and then, and their shields have dropped. Either we've dropped them out of the alliance and then taken the resources, or we've asked one of our friends to come in and clean them up. We have a good friend that we didn't want to drop out of the alliance, but we know he's not going to be here, so we invited one of the big alliances to come in and basically steal all those resources, so they're not vulnerable during this incursion. The sad point is these exist in other games. If you play War and Peace, if you play Ebony, if you play any of these kind of war games, they kind of run on the same thing. You steal off of one and you get the other, and it's all about encouraging you to go into the faction store and go, oh, I lost all my stuff. Now it's time to spend real money to buy what I lost, and that's just not a good thing to do for the next 4 days. If you're going to buy a bunch of things and a bunch of resources, make sure you're leveled up, make sure you're shielded up, make sure your shields ain't dropped, and that means you got to have shields. So if you don't have any shields, get these points down, get yourself in a position where you're in one of these worlds that is not. So as you can see, I'm in level in this world right now. I'm going to switch after the video, but for all intents and purposes, I'm in a level 11 video. So once I shield up, I'll be okay. But if I were to go to where I just showed you, where the Texas class was, and I was up there, and my system was up there, once this incursion kicks off, I won't have any shields. As long as I'm there, I won't be able to bring shields back up. I'll be vulnerable the whole time. Um, so any resources that you want to utilize in the next 4 days, and you don't want to risk losing your ship or giving points to the enemy, and you're not big enough to kind of fend for yourself, now's the time to do it in the next 22 hours to get those resources and then batten down the hatches. Um, is it going to make the server? Does that mean you're not going to be able to do your dailies? Um, no, you can get your dailies done, but again, remember while you're doing it, you're going to be vulnerable. So that port, and if you want to fight back, that's going to make your shields drop. And again, if I'm out there and I'm attacking other people, my shields drop. I got a big amount of stuff that can be lost real quickly. And with some of these big amalgams coming in there and cleaning you out at 200 million a pop or a billion a pop, you can lose an incursion in a matter of minutes. Just one or two people, especially if everybody else in your server is just kind of batted down for the event. So let's go over one more time. Get in an area that's 19 or below. Shield up. If you're going to be out and doing things between Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday until the event's over, during those times, you're going to want to make sure your resources are protected behind a shield, or you don't have any resources to be stolen. The best they can do is knock down a few of your ships. They're not going to really steal anything off you. Okay? And one of the big ways to get these done is to go to your alliance section and donate them. Either that or use them up, build stuff. But when you got 10 billion, you're not going to use all that up anytime soon. It's going to be really hard to use up 10 billion trillium between now and tomorrow morning. And if you don't, you need to be able to batten down the hatches and get it done. So last thing, for the next 4 days, unless you know who that person is, unless it's somebody from an alliance that you know that is on your server, anytime you get hit, you better expect that it's the other server hitting you, and you going to the server Discord and saying, "Hey, I got hit UPC." You're probably wasting your time because it's going to happen. Nothing is protected. Not token space, not UPC. Nothing is protected from 97 coming in and hitting you. So if you're sitting on behind a token space with a million resources, you're just giving away a lot of resources to the other team. So just know that what you're doing, and be aware. One of the other things you can do as a team is be aware that there's people around. When there's an intruder close by, call it out. Hey, there's an intruder over here. He's level so and so, and his shields just dropped, meaning he's probably hitting somebody else. And that might be the time that you send people over with their amalgams from our server and have them hit. So communication across the galaxy is really going to be key during this event. To be able to shout out, "Hey, I got somebody from 97 over here. Their shields are down there this level," and then let your big guys in 98 do the damage. But again, I can't say this enough. If you have anything to lose, you need to be shielded up, or you need to utilize that stuff anytime soon. I'm Bear Myers. This channel is called Bear Essentials, and in the game of Star Trek Fleet Command, I am Answer Brightstar. And check it out. I hope this helps you out. If you have any questions, post them down there at the bottom. I will definitely answer them as soon as they come in. And you end